Hey everyone, welcome back to Notishes India, your channel for news, insights, and deep dives into stories shaping India and the world. Today, we're talking about a tragic and shocking incident, the recent Air India Flight 171 crash that's left the entire aviation world stunned. So, what really happened up there? Let's dive right in. On June 12, 2025, Air India Flight 171, a Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner, took off from Ahmedabad, heading towards London Gatwick. Just moments after lifting off, disaster struck. Both engines completely shut down, leaving pilots desperately trying to save the plane. The aircraft crashed into a hostel building near the airport perimeter. A heartbreaking 241 lives were lost on board. That's 230 passengers and 11 crew, plus 19 people on the ground. Only one passenger survived. It's India's deadliest air disaster in a decade. So, how could a modern aircraft like the Dreamliner just lose both engines? Well, the preliminary investigation has revealed something extremely unusual. Investigators found that the fuel cutoff switches for both engines were moved to the cutoff position. In simple words, fuel to both engines was suddenly cut off, one after the other, in the span of just 1 second. And it gets stranger. The cockpit voice recordings reveal that one pilot asked the other, "Greater than, why did you cut off?" To which the other pilot replied, "Greater than, I did not." Greater than, sir. If neither pilot meant to shut the engines off, how did those switches get flipped? That's the big question. The investigators haven't yet concluded whether this was human error, a mechanical fault, a software glitch, or something deliberate, though there's no evidence so far pointing to sabotage or terrorism. Greater than, the switches actually have safety locks meant to prevent accidental movement. And yet, they were moved twice, causing complete engine shutdown. Aviation experts and families of victims are deeply worried. One expert said this kind of switch movement cannot be done automatically, and would typically be a manual action, which is why this case is so baffling. Meanwhile, the 2018 FAA advisory had flagged issues with fuel cutoff switch locks in similar Boeing aircraft. Air India hadn't yet implemented that advisory on this particular plane. For now, the investigation continues. A final report is expected around the middle of 2026. Boeing, GE, the FAA, India's aviation authorities are all involved. And Air India has grounded its remaining 787 fleet for inspections to ensure nothing similar can happen again. This tragedy has shocked not just India, but the entire aviation world. How could modern safety systems fail in such a catastrophic way? We'll keep following this story closely, so make sure you hit subscribe and